Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform. Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
The U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia hit in a suspected Iranian drone attack. Dominic Carter here with you. The number to reach me live this hour, 800-848-9222. You know President Trump as a leader, then you know that he's squashing the idea of a forever war. It goes against his DNA. Clearly, if you look at this and you're objective in looking at this, it's simply a new method for dealing with terror, with terrorism. I don't know about you folks, but I have been fortunate. I've never been the subject of a deposition. And now, of course, I guess I should knock on wood because I will be after saying it. The Epstein deposition videos show Bill Clinton at times shaking and a furious Hillary Clinton pounding the table, threatening to storm off. You will hear it all this hour. And the Democrat scheme to redraw New York City's lone GOP-held House seat of Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis blocked by the Supreme Court. Thank you very much, Supreme Court, for doing the right thing. First Lady Melania Trump honors the fallen troops in this conflict against Iran as she became the first U.S. First Lady just a few hours ago to preside over the UN Security Council.
I shall now make a statement in my capacity as First Lady of the United States. First, my heartfelt condolences to the families who have lost their heroes, who sacrificed their lives for freedom. Their bravery and dedication will always be remembered. I extend my earnest wishes for a swift and smooth recovery to all those who have been injured. You are in my thoughts and prayers during these challenging times. The U.S. stands with all of the children throughout the world.
The First Lady presiding over the UN Security Council meeting, 6 American soldiers dead thus far. And if we're being realistic, and obviously we don't want to see any of our troops losing their lives, but unfortunately, it comes with this territory that it's going to happen, but something has to give. This situation with Iran has to come to a stop. Operation Epic Fury, fully underway. This from Fox News. Okay, we're having some problems with that. Let me switch gears, some technical problems. I do apologize for that, folks. As I mentioned, I don't know about you guys, but I've been fortunate. I've never been the subject of a deposition. The Epstein deposition videos show Bill Clinton at one point shaking and a furious Hillary Clinton pounding the table, threatening to storm off. Now, in this first clip that you are about to hear, she was right to be upset. They had agreed to all of these terms. She wanted to testify at a public hearing, and it's a lot of posturing. The committee wanted it done in private because once it's public, then it's full posturing, right, by all sides. This is why the courtrooms, in many cases, the federal courtrooms, are not, cameras are not permitted because it would be posturing by all sides involved. And so they agreed no media. And one of the members, of course, had a deal with a website and took a picture of Hillary Clinton. And once her lawyer brought that before the committee, Hillary Clinton was not a happy camper.
Information. Okay. I went to the fundraiser to support my friend Nia Lowy.
All right.
Excuse me, can I interrupt?
I have
There
another.
are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying from inside this room. Can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible and consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing? If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that
I'm
can
done
occur?
with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's
So I would
sake.
like to understand how that's permissible.
Before the hearing was.
It doesn't
Excuse
matter.
me.
We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well,
I would like to take a break at this moment.
yeah,
and I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
Go off the record. Go off the record.
So you got the opportunity to see there Hillary Clinton in a way that you don't normally see her. I've seen that side when I've asked her in interviews some questions that she didn't like, and she can get a little testy. 800-848-9222. Dominic Carter here with you again, staying with the issue of these depositions. I don't know about you folks. Have you ever been the subject of a deposition? I've never had to undergo it. I hope it stays that way because they can ask you some questions from left field. And former President Bill Clinton. Now, remember, this is all historic because he's the first former president to ever have to appear before a committee. And so it's history in the making. And he was asked if Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, and his lawyers were not happy.
I'd like to ask you personally and directly, do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
Are you asking him to speculate on how Mr. Epstein died?
I'm asking what the president thinks of.
So you're asking his opinion?
Mr. President, was your friend Jeffrey Epstein
Are you
suicidal?
classifying him as a friend who he has testified that he was
has
friendly?
called him a friend in a letter.
He said he was friendly, but not. You've asked for his testimony.
Mr. President, do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein was suicidal?
Do you know?
Was he ever
She's asking for the
suicidal?
best of your
I
understanding.
don't know. I only know what the medical finding was. I think maybe
That's it.
he finally got caught, and I don't know. I've accepted it in my own mind. I don't know what happened,
Mr. President, what did you accept? That he killed himself or that he did not?
but he did. But I don't know.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Neither do
Mr.
you.
President.
We don't. None of us know.
Again, history in the making. The first former president to testify before a committee hearing. And back to Hillary Clinton. And throughout this hour, we're letting you hear different clips, as well as we're dealing with the conflict with Iran, and we'll get to the issue with police in terms of that snowball incident. I'm still annoyed as it relates to that. But back to the Hillary Clinton part of the deposition, which was the day before. I want you to listen to this clip. At one point, she starts yelling at Congresswoman Nancy Mace during her testimony.
That's the question. I'm going to answer your question.
Now you're going to yell
This
at
was
me?
what I spent
You're
my
going to yell at
time
me.
doing.
I'm a survivor trying to look out for other survivors trying to
and
make
I
fun
was
of
taking
it.
care
You
of
waited
the
6
people
months
who
to
lost
get here today.
3,000
6 months,
lives
and now you're being
at World
defiant
Trade
and
Center.
indignant today.
You asked me
I have
about
met
Howard
with Epstein
Lutnick.
survivors. I'm a survivor myself. You have emails. You've denied that Jeffrey Epstein, that you tried to get Jeffrey Epstein to give money to you.
I did
but
not.
Howard Lutnick was
If
used
you
to
have an
get
email
money.
with me asking Jeffrey Epstein
I have
for
an
money,
email from Howard Lutnick sending it to Jeffrey Epstein and his people to
I
raise
don't-
money for
I don't
you
know about-
for an event, an intimate event for you at his offices
Well,
at Cantor Fitzgerald. You're
look,
going to sit
if
here
you-
today
if you would
and,
let me
and,
finish.
and obfuscate and say to this committee, you didn't try to get money from Jeffrey
I
Epstein
didn't.
when
I
there was
didn't.
an intimate event in an email that Howard Lutnick emailed to Epstein's people and Epstein to get him to come to your intimate event at Cantor Fitzgerald, a very small event. And so I'm not going to public. You want to yell at me, that's fine, but I'll yell right back.
Well,
okay? I am looking out for
it's
survivors.
very-
I'm doing
look.
the job that you would not do and refuse to do as Secretary of State. Thank you, and I yield back to
No,
Congresswoman.
I'm going to finish answering the question, which I have a right to do. I am very sympathetic to your personal situation. I have read about it. I have seen you testify or speak on the floor about it. And I very much sympathize with not only what you went through, but appreciate your effort to stand up for survivors. I was a senator representing the people who were murdered on 9/11. Nobody lost more people than Howard Lutnick. You can say whatever you want. You can call him and have him appear before the committee. But I knew him as the man who lost the employees that he knew intimately, including his brother.
And so it's interesting to hear this because normally we don't get the opportunity to do so. What happened on Thursday when Hillary Clinton testified before this committee? She came out before the cameras, and you would never know the sparks that flew during her testimony. Let me switch gears, and I want you to listen to this. Former New York Governor George Pataki, upset, and just as we all are, people, reasonable people, of what happened to those NYPD officers with the snowball fight, the mayor downplaying it, the district attorney refusing to go after assault charges. This is the former governor of New York, George Pataki, appearing with our owner-operator of the Red Apple Audio Networks, Mr. John Katsimatidis.
I'll tell you what has me upset. It's just the attitude of a lot of our elites, including the media and the government, towards our police. You know, they talked about a snowball fight where the police had snowballs thrown at them. That's not the case. This was an assault upon New York City police officers where they threw, yes, snowballs, but also rocks and ice. And it was a deliberate assault on New York police officers in uniform. And yet our city and our state are doing nothing. They decided not to prosecute the people who were involved in this. And it just is a part of a continuing decline in the quality of life and support for the police that we see in this city.
Well, I mean, I agree with you 100%. They described it as a fight. But it was really not a fight. I mean, because all the snowballs were being thrown at the police officers, and the police officers were given restrictions that they couldn't do anything about it.
Exactly. I mean, I've been in, when I was a kid, I was in snowball fights. So you throw them at each other. But this was an assault upon police officers who were not allowed to fight back. And the district attorney Bragg, Mondami, and the rest say, oh, let him go. It's not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal. And when you look at New York City, it is the greatest place in the world, but the quality of life is falling. We don't have the respect for the police, and the police have the hardest job in the world, and this is just another example. We have mentally ill people, obviously mentally ill, on the streets, in the subways, harassing people, and the government does nothing about it. And I just saw a recent poll, and I don't believe a whole lot in polls, but it was a statewide poll where 1 out of every 3 people resident of New York State are seriously considering leaving. It's too expensive. It's too complicated, overregulated. Crime is still too high, and we don't have the quality of life that we should.
A lot of issues are going on at this time, and we see your telephone calls. Time for a break. When we come back, we'll go directly to your calls.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network. If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy.
Download and subscribe
at BeBullish.com. Greg Kelly here. Donate now to toysfortots.org, working year-round delivering hope to children at Christmas time and beyond. In 2024, Toys for Tots provided over 30 million toys to nearly 13 million children in need. Donate now, please. Go to toysfortots.org. Since 1947, Toys for Tots has distributed 708 million toys to 314 million deserving children. Working year-round, Toys for Tots. Donate now. Go to toysfortots.org. That's toysfortots.org.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Saturday. Bring it on.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And to the phones we go. 800-848-9222. Charlie in the great state of New Jersey. Good morning, Charlie. Welcome to the Dominic Carter Show.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I was just figuring, a couple of those police were women, right? Did you see that? Thank you. And, my question is...
Wait. You're referring to the snowball incident? You got to tell us what you're talking about. Okay, yes, I did see a few of them were women. When those police, a few of those police were women that got hit with snowballs. They got hurt, right? Now, my question is this. Say if it was like that Mayor Mondowni's wife or that Bragg's mother or sister that got hit with a snowball. Would they drop the charges on that fella? Well, you said they got hurt. We have to make sure that we're correct. The only officer that went to the hospital happened to be male, so I don't know of any female officer that was injured, but they were hit with the snowballs.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. Did you ever get hit in the face with a snowball?
I haven't, but I would imagine it's not a fun experience.
I've gotten hit with snowballs plenty of times, and that hurts. Now, again, that's my question. Say if anybody went and hit somebody that they love, one of their, the people that were women in their family, hit them in the face with a snowball, right? Because that's not just assault, that's battery. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure you hit somebody with something, and especially the way they were. Now, and that's, and again, now each one of these women that were police officers, they all had husbands, they all had fathers or brothers, So, again, if it was Mondami's wife or Bragg's mother or sister or anything like that, that's my question. Would they drop the charges or, how would they feel?
I can't speculate on that. Obviously, it wouldn't because it's a hypothetical. But I did see where some of the female officers were hit. Gender is not going to dictate whether or not charges are filed. Unfortunately, we're dealing with a mayor that just doesn't like the police and a district attorney that it seems he'd rather prosecute police on any given day. Thank you for the call, Charlie. Let's go to Rose on line 3, Long Island. Rose, good morning. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Dominic. I love you. Love the show. You know that.
Thank you. Love going right back to you. Thank you.
Thank you. My question, I'm so infuriated about the snowball fight. I just think that maybe Commissioner Tisch should just make an appointment with the U.S. Attorney, go and have a sit-down with him, and say, is there anything we could do on a federal level, whether it's criminal, civil? I mean, they would take these cases. I would think they could have a little task force, whatever they don't want.
But the problem is, Rose, you just can't supersede and jump over the district attorney. It just doesn't work that way. The feds could not just take on the case unless there was a civil rights violation, and that even takes years to investigate. I'm with you, Rose. I wish something could be done, but there's no way that Commissioner Tisch could just jump over the district attorney. Mayor Mamdani wouldn't let her do it anyway.
Well, why does she need his permission? She's in charge over there.
Because she's the police commissioner. She serves at the pleasure of the mayor, period. That's any mayor. You go, okay, look at what happened under de Blasio, right? Someone I know very well. did the right thing, cooperated with the feds, and testified against the feds were looking into corruption, alleged corruption against de Blasio. And by the time that person was done, by the time de Blasio was done answering the questions to the feds, they had packed up the employee stuff. Now, this guy was a deputy commissioner, packed up his stuff. He was fired on the spot because you serve at the pleasure of the mayor. We're coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Adobe Acrobat Studio, your team's home base. Collaborate within a shared PDF space. You've got your docs, your plans, your specs, and then invite the crew to build what's next. They talk up the teamwork. Use an updated render. They think that this design could be a contender. And when somebody wonders what's the next step, AI helps you finish the rest. Bolts are tight, now your plan's refined. Run a smoother business when you're all aligned. Do that with Acrobat.
Learn more at adobe.com/do-that-with-Acrobat.
Hey, it's Sterling K. Brown from the Hulu original series Paradise. The next chapter begins as Xavier's search for his wife takes him above ground, and what he finds will change everything. It was never just about the bunker. Tune in and discover the truth lies outside. Paradise, the official podcast, is now streaming, and stream Paradise on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
TaxAct filing software and live tax experts can help small businesses easily knock out their taxes. Actually, our experts can help you find deductions and credits for any sized business. Itty-bitty businesses, medium-sized, really big, mid-sized, small businesses, companies with 0 employees, and mom-and-pop conglomerates. Yep, our tax experts can help all of them. TaxAct. Let's get them over with.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are going back to your live telephone calls in a moment. But first, with me, Matt Blaze. Good morning to you, Matt. The president squashing a few hours ago the idea of a forever war. It's simply the name Trump and forever war does not go together. And, this is simply a method for dealing with Iran, where other presidents punted. And it is what it is. How do you see this situation?
Well, we hope it's not. I mean, you can't really predict the future. No one would have predicted that this would have happened, that we would have been bombing Iran at this point. So you hope that it doesn't go on forever. We hope that it could end. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to transpire. You don't know what they're going to do, how far they're going to go, and then what the reaction to that is going to be. So hopefully it doesn't go on forever. I know we don't want it to go on forever. I know the president doesn't want it to go on forever. And of course, I wouldn't expect him to say anything less than that. Just for morale alone, you have to say, no, it's not going to go on forever. And then if it does, it does. And then when you say, well, you said it wasn't, well, things change, and if it does go on longer than we expect, then it does. But I think we are the United States. We still have the strongest military in the world. They are nonstop striking. So let's hope that they, meaning Iran, understands that this is not going to stop until you decide to come to the table and talk and say something that is of substance that we can say, okay, let's stop it and let's talk.
This all could have been avoided.
Of course.
Before I let you go, and I see we have Deirdre in New Jersey, William in Central Jersey amongst the calls. We'll get to you momentarily. Let me sidetrack. I haven't asked you in about a month about your dog. Don't smile. Your dog in doggy daycare. How's she doing? Did she get kicked out?
You know, Dominic, it's very ironic that you asked that question today of all days. Because today was the day.
No.
She got kicked out.
No.
But I'm not going to do it yet. But I do have a video of her from today at daycare because they took a video. Now, first of all, I had asked them for a video a while ago and they never sent me one. That's okay. No problem. So when I walked in, as I'm walking up to the place, I could already see it in their faces that they're going to tell me something. I could tell. And the girl that works there, she's a young girl. You know, I'm 20-something, and there was another girl there too. And I walk in, they go, and they know because it's an ongoing thing. So she goes, well, yeah, we're going to have to dismiss Samantha. And then they're like, she was guarding a snow mound because they have mounds of snow because they have a little outside area. So she was on top of the snow mound, and she wouldn't let any other dog on the snow mound. And if a dog got up there, she kind of like snap at them, like get away. And then they were like, well, this is what she does. I have a video. I go, oh, okay, let me see the video. So I watched this video, and she's barking at another dog, okay? Now, when I was first told aggressively barking at another dog, I'm thinking attack mode. I'm thinking she's in the other dog's face like, rah, 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 like right in their face. No. That's not what I saw. What I saw was the high pitched. So
you're telling me they just don't like your dog?
The high pitched, I want to play bark with another dog. That's what I saw. And now, again, I have the video. I do have to speak with someone else tomorrow, but I showed the video to another guy that brings his dog there that I know. And our dogs used to play together when my dog was still smaller. His dog's like one of those, like a golden doodle, I don't know, but it's not that big. So my dog is bigger. They put her in a different room, but they used to play together. So I know the guy, and I showed him the video. And he looks at me and he goes, that video's a little light. And I said, yeah, it is. Meaning, that's the proof. That's a dog being a dog that wants to play.
Please. Yeah, folks, we didn't rehearse this. Your dog got kicked out of doggy daycare?
For 3 months. They said they'll reevaluate her in 3 months.
So wait a minute, Blaze. They don't even want your money. They're like, don't bring her back for 3 months.
They're like, yeah, because in their eyes, she's terrorizing other dogs. Because I was told, remember, barking aggressively at other dogs. What I saw and the video that I have that I can post, and I will, you will 100% agree with me. She is not barking aggressively at another dog at all.
Wait, I've got to move on to these other calls, but are you embarrassed a little bit?
She got no. Why would I? Listen, my dog was trying to run the yard.
Your dog got kicked out of doggy daycare.
But she was trying to run things. She's the big dog. She's the German Shepherd. She was trying to run it. And they were the people there, they didn't know what they're doing. That's what I saw. I saw people that don't know what they're doing. They told me, oh, we took her. And I go, well, when she does that, and I go, put her in a crate. And they go, well, we did that. We put her in the crate for an hour. I go, wait a minute. You put her in the crate for an hour? And they go, yeah. I go, that's not going to work. I go, you can't put her in a crate for an hour. I go, put her in the crate for like 5 minutes. I go, an hour? You think she remembers an hour later why she was in the crate? Dogs don't think that way. You put them in short spurts. So you put her in for 5 minutes, you bring her out. She does it again, you put her back in for 5 minutes, you bring her out. And you got to keep doing that. Now, at the same time, I also realize that
they have many other dogs.
Exactly. This is not Samantha's daycare, that they're focused on my dog. So I understand that.
Oh, boy. You and I are going to need a psychiatrist after this conversation. Your dog got kicked out of doggy daycare.
Expelled. She got expelled, Dominic.
Expelled. Okay, expelled. I got it. Let's go to some, oh, God, Blaze. Let's go to some of the telephone calls, 800-848-9222. Deirdre, line 1, New Jersey. Good morning, young lady. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Dominic. Thank you for taking my call. And sorry, Matt, about the dog care, but it's too funny. That's too funny. Okay, so it is. So about the snowball, in all seriousness, when I was in grammar school, we lost a girl in 8th grade because after grammar school, night snowstorm, her friends, and her cousins were all doing snowball fights. And unfortunately, I guess the snowball had a rock in it as the person got it. And when it hit her in the right place in her head, she went to the hospital unconscious, and she passed away. So snowballs can be dangerous, especially if you're picking it up really fast, trying to play with it, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, she lost her life on snowballs. So especially if there's ice too involved and they're picking it up, you hit somebody in the eye or head in the right, place, you can lose your life.
Wow, I'm really sorry to hear that, Deirdre. So based on the experience that you had, what do you think should have happened with the NYPD? And this can happen in any city, any jurisdiction across America. But District Attorney Alvin Bragg did not charge assault, basically giving the 27-year-old young man a slap on the wrist. Disorderly conduct. It was one of those charges that absolutely means nothing. It'll come back to me in a second. But what do you think should have happened?
I would definitely say incarceration for 6 months to a year. He's 27 years old. This is not a child. Definitely incarceration. Police officers, too, this is an attack. So, yeah, maybe longer. Maybe even longer, because I'm thinking in my head, because it's at 27 years old, you're not a kid. You're not a kid. You're a grown adult. You should know better.
In a moment, I'm going to go to William, who's also in New Jersey. But the conflict in Iran, are you concerned about a lone wolf type situation or a sleeper cell that may already be in the country? The president has said that this is not going to be a forever war. Do you buy that, Deirdre?
I buy it that it's not going to be a forever war. Oh yes, I do, because you know what, it's going to maybe take a little bit long, but it's not going to be a forever war. No, Trump doesn't play that way.
And do you have any concerns about something happening here in America?
Yeah, they're here. Every time I hear that thing, it was Poltergeist where you heard they're here.
Right,
they're here.
Right.
They are
the little
here.
girl,
they're here.
right.
Yes. So they're here. They either got to plan it strategically, but something I believe might happen, yes, on our homeland, which is unfortunate. So that's why we have to be diligent, and our cops have to be boots on the ground diligent, and hopefully, all our, people play the role of investigation and all that, can figure out where they are before anything does happen.
Thank you so much for the telephone call, Deirdre. Before I go to William in Central New Jersey, let's go to Carmen, line 3 in Harlem. Good morning, Carmen. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Dominic. My suggestion to Matt was to take Samantha to the canine unit and let them train his dog.
Well, I don't know if you can just take a dog for, when you say canine unit, what exactly do you mean by that, Carmen, first of all?
For the police.
That's what I thought. You can't, you can't just take them to be trained. Matt, I'll let you respond. Go ahead.
No, I agree. And let me tell you something. Training is very expensive to train a dog.
But
and
yeah,
I'm
but
talking
Carmen,
like thousands.
you right. You don't just take a dog for canine training. These dogs are bred for that special reason, or they see something of them in puppies. You can't just say, "Here's my dog. I think it'll be a great canine dog." It doesn't.
How old
it doesn't
is
work
Samantha?
that way.
Well, she's 16 months old, but I wouldn't want to give her up to the canine unit either. Once she becomes a canine, she's not a pet anymore.
Hey, Carmen, thank you
poor
for the
little
great call.
baby. Well,
I should have never brought this up. I didn't know that his dog got kicked out of daycare today.
Well,
Let me go to
Matt,
William.
Matt,
Go
give
ahead.
her a hug and a kiss for me, please. My cat is having a fit. Give her a hug and a kiss for me.
Wait, Carmen. What do you mean your cat is having a fit? What are you saying?
Well, see, no, my cat, he's been trained by my ex-boyfriend, and he's looking out the window thinking I'm talking to a man. I mean, I am talking to a man, but he thinks you outside the window.
Ah. Well, what's your cat's name?
Max.
Max?
Yeah, he's a black Persian cat.
Well, tell Max that we said hello. Carmen, thank you for the call. Let's go to William in Central New Jersey, line 2. William, what's on your mind?
Thanks for taking my call, Dominic. I just want to applaud the president and Israel for attacking those rats for all the things and the horrors that they killed so many Americans. They killed their own people. I heard the estimate, like they murdered over 30,000 people of their own population. I mean, it's about time. And you know what it reminds me of? Like the bully, the bully on the block. And suddenly, there's somebody there that confronts them and says, no, you're not going to do this anymore. And you're going out of power and we're going to level you. And I was so happy to hear that. And then I was listening to reports and I remember, when Jimmy Carter was in office and those helicopters went down in the sand and the horrific things that they've done to Americans. And then I heard about, and then it brought back the memory of when they killed all those Marines, all these attacks, that have taken place and they just didn't care. So now, this is justice due, and here we go. And I hope, they set up another government and free those people from those third century throwbacks that have been instilling their beliefs on these poor people and slaughtering them. And now it's over, now, there's an opportunity for these people to be free. And I was just so happy when I heard that the United States joined forces and brought those flotillas in and straightened this out once and for all, where they can't threaten the world. And another thing that I was thinking too, which was really...
Wait, I'm sorry, William. I let you go for a while. I agree with what you just said, but I got to take a break. Thank you so much for the call. And when we come back, we're going to get to some of the other callers. Dominic Carter here with you. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
As a chef, I know flavor doesn't begin in the kitchen. It begins on the land. And Westhome's nature-led Australian Wagyu is a story written in the landscape of Northern Australia. Cooking is storytelling, and Westhome Wagyu carries a story of Northern Australia itself. Raw, powerful, and deeply authentic. It's a testament to the passion and care raised in the rhythm of Northern Australia. I'm Chef Maylin from 88 Club in Los Angeles, and I invite you to visit westhome.com/Maylin to learn more. And taste a story only Westhome nature-led Australian Wagyu can tell. That's westhome.com/MEILIN.
Arizona awakens your senses. Here, a grand wonder of the world is just one shade of your adventure. Dazzling sunsets at iconic stays turn to brilliant nights under a kaleidoscope of stars. Explore endless peaks, rivers, and canyons painted in every hue. Center your spirit. Find your inspiration. Surround yourself in vivid color. Only in vibrant Arizona.
Online reviews say I'm steep, rocky, and a difficult trail. Next time I'm gonna say, not if you're driving a Toyota truck.
We know what we're made of. Toyota trucks.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back. We see your telephone calls. I'm going to go against my better judgment. I'm going to go to line 1, Dave and Comac, Trump hater number 1. Dave, what's on your line? Huh?
I said, how are you, Dominic?
I'm good. Wait, is this the same Dave or is this a different Dave?
It's the same Dave.
Oh, it's the same Dave. You sound different.
No, I'm the same person that hates Trump.
Okay, so what's your issue today?
My issue today is I'm not too happy about the fact that Trump forgot how to get congressional approval to go bombing Iran, and that's
okay. And what about Obama and all the others that did the same exact thing?
Obama didn't go into Iran and go bombing Iran.
No. You're playing semantics. What about every other president that's had?
Just tell it the way it is.
What about every other president that has had a conflict that did exactly the same thing?
No, they didn't. Only Donald Trump.
Okay. All right. Okay. Dave, I think I'm sorry they didn't let you use the restroom in Trump Tower. I really wish that they had. But for you to have all of this animus and hatred for Trump because you couldn't use the restroom, do you think that's normal?
Fact that Trump went into Iran and bombed Iran.
Dominic is done with you.
Bye-bye, Dave. Let's go to Pamela, line 2, New Jersey. Pamela, what's on your mind?
Hey, Matt, a suggestion for your dog.
Dominic, you're talking to Matt also. Go ahead.
Oh, well, yeah, for his dog. His dog has very good qualities for being an alpha pack leader. And so what he has to do is, look for a good reference of an individual trainer, even if it's for like 4 to 6 weeks, and have these qualities highlighted in the dog, and it will calm him down because what you're seeing is energy. This dog wants to work, wants to do something.
Hey, wait, Pamela, I'm gonna let Matt respond in 1 second, but I got to tell you the truth, Pamela. He is never going to live this down. His dog got kicked out of doggy daycare. But I'll let Matt Blaze respond to you. Go right ahead.
So Pamela, she's being a typical 16-month-old German Shepherd.
Right, exactly.
She's typical. Exactly. And again, I have the video. I will post it at some point. And this is what they're telling me is typical of what she does. This isn't the only incident. This has been a number of incidents that have led up to this, but the behavior has been typical. She's guarding a snow mound. She would guard crate trays. She was guarding water bowls. She stopped doing that. This is a puppy. She's 16th month old, but she's a German Shepherd, and I think that's part of it.
You know I love
exactly.
you, right?
And they obviously, no offense to the place, but they don't have the skill to deal with that.
No, they don't.
And
they definitely don't.
Exactly. Right.
Thank you, Pamela, for the call. Blaze, you know I love you, right?
Yes.
You know I love you, man, right?
Yeah.
But Blaze, you know what you sound like, right?
Dominic.
You sound like one of those parents where the kid, you got to leave work, come to the office, and the principal tells you that your child is being suspended, and you go, my child is not like that. Even though it's well documented the things that your child has done. Well, I mean, you're my man and all.
Well,
but
once you see the video, you will agree and go, that's not bad. That's not aggressive behavior. That's not that bad. And by the way, Dominic, you have a cat named Beyoncé.
Here we go.
And for those of you who are new to the program, Dominic's cat Beyoncé is a male cat that Dominic didn't know was a male cat. So they named the cat Beyoncé and never changed the name because the cat responds to Beyoncé. Now, how long did you have Beyoncé before you realize.
Blaze, it's a good thing we're running out of time, Blaze. But, you're my man and all, and we got all these calls on war and everything, and this is what so, first of all, it was a cat that was outside by the pool at the house, right? In the rain, we brought the cat inside, right?
So you adopted
we just don't have time. We're gonna continue this, I promise. And we're talking about your thug dog, and you took it to my thug cat that's a boy, that may be a girl, it's named Beyoncé. Yeah. Okay.
Trans cat.
I'm going to get you tomorrow. We're going to continue this. Folks, I want you to do me a favor. Have a great day. I'm back 3 p.m. live.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
At Manhattan University, a graduate degree is not out of reach. You'll gain real-world skills, credentials employers value, and connections to New York City's top companies. Choose from their new Master of Science degrees in Healthcare Informatics, Digital Marketing and Analytics, Business Analytics, or Financial Analytics, all built around hands-on learning and industry partnerships. Graduate ready to lead, not just work. Take the next step at manhattan.edu/graduate. Manhattan University. Lead the future.